So how are we all doing today? I hope life is good for you. Just try to organise. Is everyone organised? Just trying to organise myself a little bit. Hopefully this will be, I say a rerun, it's actually going to be what should have happened last week at this time. So I'm going to go through what would have been this episode last week. And if you don't know what happened, then just go and have a look. Having so many issues at the moment. If you come on, do let me know if you can hear me, because we've had to change lots around. At least this week, I'm not coming to you from the storeroom. That's got to be a big bonus, hasn't it? So if you want to see the storeroom, check out last week's Monday's episode. And that's why I couldn't bring it to you, because my stuff isn't in the storeroom. Oh, dear, dear, dear. The issues go on and on. But a good day is happening tomorrow, I think. I won't talk about it now because my chit chat is on my Wednesday episode. Probably will talk about it. It's something big for me. I won't be filming it though. So if I want to share it, I will possibly talk about it on Wednesday. Let's see how it goes first of all. Okay, so let's begin with the P Brain Show. And those of you who don't know, that's lots of different topics, some jokes, all sorts of things, a whole variety, little segments. So hopefully you'll find something you enjoy within the segments. So first segment today, and I must stop doing my puppet hand. It's funny when you do YouTube, I think if you listen back, if you edit your videos, whatever, you suddenly notice things you say a lot. And I noticed one of the first things that I started a lot of sentences with so. Now you will go back and look at all my videos and see if I go, so we're just going to do this. So to do it, this is how we do it. So I always began with so. And I'm sure if you do videos, you'll soon notice yourself what your little quirks and things are. So we're begin today, not a good day for talking, obviously, with It's All Greek to Me. This is my segment. I don't think I've done this segment for a little while. And I always explain this is the Greek flag. Cyprus is not a Greek island. We're our own country, and there is the flag of Cyprus. So I like to share some things about Cyprus or other similar things. Now, remember, this was supposed to be last week's episode, and last week was a Cypriot holiday, and I was going to tell you a little bit about the Cypriot holiday. It's now been and gone, but doesn't make any difference to you. Hey, Blue, how you doing? I watched your video about your pizza delivery. Oh, that was so funny. So funny. So, I did it again. I've just been saying to you, I always say so. I just heard myself do it. Let's get into it. I hate it when people say that. So, the holiday I want to talk about, which was last Monday, is called Cataclysmos. 50 days after Easter comes Cataclysmos. Remember, Cyprus has a different Easter to most of the rest of the world. We're Greek Orthodox, so our holiday of Easter is completely different to just about everybody else. Hey, Diane, how you doing? Haven't seen you for a while. Oh, we got a dog in the house. Hey, Crubby. I always send messages to Crubby. How you doing, Crubby? I think the last one I watched was the foot tapping away. I want to know what tunes Crubby was playing. How's Crubby doing? Okay, so Cataclysmos, the day of the Holy Ghost. In Cyprus, it's celebrated by fairs held on the waterfront. It's a water holiday. So anything and everything to do with water, which is why you go to the beach normally. This celebration is said to have descended to us from the feast in honour of Aphrodite, who you know was in Cyprus, came from the sea near Paphos, descended to us from the feast in honour of Aphrodite, which were also held on the waterfronts. To this day, people go and pay homage to the holy waterfronts, where water sports are held and people go around in boats and even splash each other just for the fun of it. The 29th of June is the day of the Apostles Peter and Paul. This is considered a very great holiday and is also called Pascha. Well, that's Easter, is Pascha. To prepare oneself for this feast, one is supposed to fast, although strangely enough, it's not always possible. You see, one is expected to fast for the same number of days as there are between Easter and the 3rd of May, St. Mavros Day. But should Easter actually fall on the 3rd of May or later, which is quite possible when you remember the manner used to fix Easter dates, then there will be no fasting days at all. On the other hand, should Easter happen to fall early, then one might as well find oneself fasting for a considerable length of time. So that's quite humorous, really. So there's also thoughts that it's to do, cataclysmos and the water is to do also with Noah's Ark, and there's talk about that as well. Let's see who we've got in. Crubby's doing well. You love Crubby's name, it's great, isn't it? Have to find out how Crubby got his name, actually. Ashley's in. Good afternoon, Ashley. How you doing, my friend? So that was my first segment of the day. Oh, that was something as well. You know, I was having trouble last week, guys, when I went back on just to sort of go back and watch myself at the beginning and see what happened at the beginning, because me and Mike were messing about a bit. All the previous videos are gone, the trials, they just weren't even there. Even the one Mike said while he was fiddling, he saw some chat going on. When I went back, I said, oh, I'll go and see who was on that chat. And that had all gone, the whole video gone. And then the actual one that I did do from the storeroom, that was there, obviously, because I was doing it to you, but no chat. So something was really going on funny that day, really was, wasn't it? So, yeah. No idea. Just checking I haven't missed anyone. I think I've got you all. Someone at the beginning, did I miss, or was Blue the first? I think Blue was first today. And by the way, guys, we're doing on the next live. What day do I do that? Wednesday. On Wednesday, we're playing the emoji game. It's my game that I've made up. I don't know if anyone's taken it yet. It's really fun. It's really good fun. So do make sure you're there for that. And all my crew are fun loving, all my supporters. We have good fun anyway, but it's great fun. I think, Diane, you played the emoji game last time, didn't you? Pretty sure you did. I'm sure you was one who did. Okay, so on to the next section. As I say, this is from last week, so I've got to think. I've got a box with it all in. I'm like, what was I doing for that? Yes, I know now. I nearly said so. I stopped myself. The next section I like to call Discover, Sort, Declutter and Organise. I don't think I've done this section for a little while either. So it's about going through a drawer or a cupboard or going through your keepsakes, just finding something in a cupboard and either getting rid of it or just revoking memories. It's a big box. Oh, it's a very big box. Okay. I've got the big box out. This is a box I keep of all my nature finds in my garden. So everything I show you, oh, I lie. Not everything is from the garden. Let's see. If you don't like snakes, close your eyes. I love to find the snake skins. I really do. So here's a snake skin that I found. And I like this one. Let's see if I can show you. The head is intact, which you don't always find. Can you see the head and the mouth and where the eyeballs would be? I love that. Oh, that's what I've got. It's an old video case. These are perfect for things like this. So that isn't a very big snake. That's a very young snake. That's probably the first shed of the snake. What else? I've got the box out, but I can't remember. Keep your eyes closed if you don't like snakes. Here's another one. This one's a bit bigger. I would say this is probably from a black whip snake because the pattern, that's a black whip snake. And they are farmers' friends, we call them. They're about 2 meters long and not scary. They just run. If they see you, they run. You can quite obviously see them. They're really dark, shiny black, and they will get rid of any vermin. And they actually eat the bad snake here as well. So they're cool. Twinbrook Acres, how you doing, Jake? Nice to see you here. Oh, Blinda and Chuck's here as well. Hi there. How you all doing? Just seeing if I've missed any chat while you're there. Oh, I did. I missed Blinda and Chuck coming on early. How you doing, guys? Oh, I have missed some chat. Ashley saying hi, everyone else. Crubby's doing good. Diane loves Crubby's name. Ashley saying hello. Blue's upright and breathing. That's much better for Blue at the moment. Ooh, snake skin. Doing well, thank you. Lovely, great to hear it. Thanks for being here, guys. I know some of your times are different to mine, so I do appreciate it because I can't get on all yours. And thanks for all those thumbs up. Thanks, guys. So close your eyes again if you don't like snakes. This one's a little bit different. I don't keep all of them, and they do deteriorate in time, hence why I keep them in these video cases. I've kept this one because you can really see the pattern and the underneath pattern as well. This one, the lines. So I have that one. It's not all snakes. It's only a shoebox, so there's not a lot. Oh, this is a snake, so close your eyes. Doesn't help I've got the fan on. I've got this because this is a weenie one. So this is probably a cat snake or a coin snake. And if you don't know what these are, these snakes I'm saying, on my other channel, I've gone through a video I've made on each type of snake here. So you can look at all my snakes. I think they might have their own playlist as well. So there's that one. I think that's all the snakes. So you can open your eyes if you don't like snakes. Ah, it's caught up now. Oh, was it slow? It's saying one watching. Not on mine, it's not. But then I'm ahead of you. It was funny last week when I was just testing. You could hear me with this silly contraption. I was I'm still trying to use the inbuilt mic. I'm having so much trouble trying to get that going on this and StreamYard. I've tried settings, I've tried on off. I might do some more testing this week, guys. So if you see test, come on if you're there. I'm going to do another test on StreamYard. Do come on, but test does mean I'm trying something, so you might not get me. I don't want to mess with my actual lives anymore. It will do that on occasion. Not sure why. Oh, the caught up. Yeah. So I was saying, so I'm obviously ahead. I think I've set it something ridiculously ahead, like 4 minutes or something, which is why I babble on at the beginning because I'm so far ahead when I first come on. And Mike was listening. He's just there in the kitchen and he was listening. He's like, I haven't even got that you're live yet. I don't know, you won't have. Okay, let's see what I've got in here. I've forgotten. It's something. I don't know what it is. It's a tiny dot. Oh, look, it must be something. Okay, here is cicadas. Now, I've actually linked in. Let's jump to coffee break, what to watch. I've actually linked my video I made on cicadas because I was lucky enough to capture an actual cicada, how it makes its noise, a real close up, which, as you know, with my terrible devices I've got, was pretty good. Babbling, no. Yes, I always say, Ashley, if no one comes on, I should be all right because I can talk. So go and watch that. It's linked below my video I made on cicadas, and it explains, I believe, I made it a long time ago, they actually are born under the ground, and then round our land you see lots of round holes about that big in the earth all over the place, loads of them. That's when they come up, and then they come up and climb out. They're not quite the cicada you know yet, and they come out of these shells. So this is, you'll then find these. They can be low or high. They crawl around, hang on to, I don't know, poles, wood, trees, plants, and you'll see these shells everywhere. And then they burst out of them and fly off. So these are almost like a cocoon stage, and they fly off and become the cicadas that you know of. And whenever we have guests here, they go, "Oh, what's that there hanging from a tree or whatever?" And I explain it, and they always take them home as a like souvenir. So it's cicada time here, and I think I say in that video about what the times are that they make their noise. They aren't consistent all day, every day. There are 2 set times that they actually make their noises. So I like that. I like having things like that. These are another bug thing we get. Again, I've made a video on this channel, probably under bugs or friend or foe. And this is the nest of the bug, and it's a mud dauber. There are other names for it, but it's a mud dauber is its main name. And they go in and make their little babies. It's crumbly, and they just go and pick up earth and all sorts of things, hence why they're called mud daubers. And then they come back, and sometimes it's one hole, sometimes it's several, and they do it in a bookshelf in a corner, or a space in a doorway, just any little cracks and crevices. So this is from mud dauber. So as I say, look in friends and foe on my playlist, and you'll see all about the mud dauber. Can't get word in. That's when you know your friend's on the channel, isn't it? Can't get word in. Let me just check back if I missed anything. That's where we're up to. Those have been pretty abundant here this year. Yeah, and we've had so many ladybirds. And here, I wouldn't say it's rare to see a ladybird, but it's a thing. Oh, there's a ladybird. So they're not rare, but if you see one, you comment on it, let's say. They're not everywhere. And this year they were absolutely everywhere. Blue used to collect cicada shells as kids in Sydney. There were different colours, and we'd spend ages looking for them. Yeah, they're cool, aren't they? They're really cool. And then I have, these were found petrified. They were really frightened, Ashley. 2 little geckos. Can you see them? Oh, look, a tape case. So I've got 2 petrified geckos. I'm only joking, folks. Hey, Della, how you doing? Yeah, I'm glad you didn't get last week's, Stella. It was rubbish. It just wasn't working. Nothing was working. Hello, MT Homestead. And we all know why they're called MT Homestead, don't we? Because it's their names. That's great, that. Okay, and the last thing, I think, oh no, I've got two things. I do have two goat skulls in my garden. You may well see them. One, I think, is on the outside oven, the proper Cypress oven. And I don't know where the other one is. It's somewhere. So you probably see those. But I do have a goat hoof or hoof, depending on where you're from. I say hoof. And then I've had again this week a comment where we just love your accent. And I was on someone's live, like up on the screen, and they let all their friends know that I was on there if you want to listen to a cool accent. So a goat hoof. We saying hello to each other. Guys, if you want to put about what's happening on your channel, you know that's what I love you to do. Oh, thanks, Stella. So yeah, put in the chat what's happening on your channel or what your channel's about if there's people here you don't know. And if you don't know someone, you don't need a link. Just jot their name down and go look them up. So yeah, that's hard, obviously. So it's a goat hoof. And the last thing I got, which is why I suddenly said, oh no, it's not all from my land. I got this down the beach. It's a bit dilapidated now, but it's like a sea urchin. The beach isn't that far away. I've talked about that. I will go and do some filming at all the different beaches. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Found that on the beach. All the spiny bits are falling off. MT Homestead says, this morning our channel was about mowing 3 acres of grass. Wow. So who did that? Did you make Terry do it? So that's all that. I've said at the beginning, I've noticed on editing, I say so at the beginning of most sentences. And now I'm catching myself do it. Just say it's endearing and then I'll carry on. What we got next? As I say, this was from last week. I didn't do it, so I can't remember what's in the box now. Exciting. This section I like to call arts and crafts part. So it can be anything to do in any form of arts and craft. And Della has 2.5 acres and use a push mower. Can beat that. Mike uses a strimmer to do our 6,000 and whatever square meters. He uses a strimmer. Hey. Life with Belinda and Chuck. I like this for my benefit as well if I haven't visited. Life with Belinda and Chuck. Ours was about sticking head out of door, getting blasted with heat and going back inside. I joke slightly. Well, that tells me I'm not caught up on yours because I haven't seen that one. And I thought I was up on your one. Say so and wave your hand, get out of your system. Show. Because I did feel like I had a puppet on my arm. Jake says, MT Homestead, I have a video coming out repairing my mowing deck. I've been mowing 2 acres with a walk behind mower. It's good exercise, but it's getting old. Life with Belinda and Chuck, it's not a video, I'm just going on. Okay. Yeah, you fooled me then. I was pretty sure I was caught up with yours. So, arts and craft. I was just getting these out because I've got someone might be buying them. I've got more pairs because I'm selling all my dancewear stock. Point shoes. Anyone got any questions about dancing on point? Because I was a professional dancer. So if you have a question about, most people say about what is this? Like, is it something hard in the shoe? When they were first invented, there was a wooden block in the shoe at the toe. Now, no, they're a bit hard here. Not not so hard here. Not so hard here. Not overly hard really on the top. They're just solid. I would say they are less hard than like a, what do you call the work shoes, steel toe cap shoes or whatever you call them. I would say they're less than that. They're just square on the bottom. When I learnt to dance on point, you used to have to darn the top in chain stitch to stop them wearing out because it's only satin on the top, so it wears out pretty quickly. Then we were told in class to put an old pair of socks over the top because our parents were complaining they literally wore out in no time at all, and they were very expensive. We're not like professional ballet dancers that get these everything sponsored, all our shoes and everything, so we had to pay for them. So the teacher said put old socks on the top. Well, that was dangerous. It's like ice skating on point. Not that then. And then as you get older and you start to have to take care of your own dance shoes, you can't be bothered to darn them, so you just wear them as is. So I'm putting boxes in the cupboard as I watch. Ooh, what's in the boxes? Are you having a sort out? Are you having a sort out? On the back, the best thing to do, we used to get told to put a little loop of elastic, and then you know how you tie ballet shoes up, and no, you don't tie them up your ankle. As you tie them round, you looped the ribbon on, because obviously on point, and this is solid on the back here, you can get double backs and single backs, but this is solid. You can't really bend them very well here. You have to do what they call breaking them in first. So they're solid. But I found it was better, and I always got my students to actually put a bigger loop round. So you put your ankle in it, not like a normal ballet shoe, you'd put elastic over the side, but you'd actually sew it from the back and round. So you put your foot in it, and the elastic kind of held it on your ankle a bit more. So that's some basics about ballet shoes. I just thought that was something for the art section, seeing as I had them out. What are we on now, Dawn? Now we're on my segment, which I like to call Pastimes. Can be music, videos, computer games, board games, anything that we would pass time in our past times. Ooh, I think, Ashley. Yes, but you're still wearing the ballet tights, I hear, Ashley, when it's a bit chilly. We all know, Ashley. Did you want me to send you some more ballet shoes, Ashley? I can do that if you like. Hey, down under Farmer Forge. Good grief, man. Mayfield Ranch is in. Hi there. How are you both doing? Nice to see you both here. Yeah, I've actually saved some of your videos to watch, Darren. The last ones I actually watched all the way through was obviously your epic news. And I will catch up on that. I don't know if you've sort of done any since about, oh yes, I've saved one. It said something, it might not be on your channel, it might be on her channel. I've saved one where it says about what's happening, who's moving, are you moving to America or is she moving to Australia? So yes, I'm very in on that. Wow. Wowza. Can you tell me what time it is there now, please, Darren? Thanks. Thanks so much. I think you're 6.5 hours ahead of me. But I've got no one to actually. I need to put you in time out. I'm trying to move up. and I nearly put you in time out. You'll be like, well, that's why I don't come on. Let me just see, catch up, because I see names flash up and then I miss some. Empty Homestead have to watch Twinbrook Acres video. Oh yes, we was talking about Ashley if he wanted his ballet shoes. I know you ordered black last time, but if you want some pink ones, you can have those. Hope you're doing well today. I hope you're doing well today. Hello everyone in the chat. Good morning. Don't forget, guys, add what's happening on your channel. And if people don't know you, they might come and take a lookie or say what your channel's about if your title's not an obvious title. I think everyone here is. Della doesn't have a channel, but we can all. Oh, you've got an icon. Can we sort of hit the thumbs up? No, probably not. The Blues Brothers, now you're talking. Yeah, I want to show a clip. I must sort out on my dancing channel. I've got so many clips you'd all love. A show I did where I did Blues Brothers with my assistant teacher, because I was talking the other day about how in the shows I used to just come on because the parents and the children used to love Miss Dawn doing something. And we did Blues Brothers, and I was obviously the big guy, and she was tall and thin, so she was the other guy. Yes, Mike saying the names. But he was watching that the other day, actually, or clips. Oh, music of it, wasn't it? It was what do you call it? Crowd. What do you call it, Mike? I've forgotten now. Where people just randomly start doing a dance or a song or whatever. Forget now. Let's see. Crash. No. Oh, Flash Mob. I think he said Crash Mob. Flash Mob. That's it. Yeah. I did one of the very first ones of those, which was quite interesting. They keep him warm in the allotment. Yeah, his ballet tights Ashley likes. Everybody needs somebody. Yeah, I did the Shake Your Tail Feathers. I think was that the one I did? Yeah, I think it was that one we did. Down under Farm Forge on the phone. So hard to tag back. No problem. No problem. Empty Homestead, Twin Brook Acres just went to your channel. Watch the Veterans Cemetery video. Thanks for sharing with us. Honour and remember always. Down under Farmer Forge. Ah, yes. If you don't know Darren's channel, Down under Farmer Forge, a lot of his videos are knives. That's what he does. He makes knives and all sorts of things. If you're into that, and I'm not into that, but some of them are so really wonderful, really great, and it's an art, and I support any arts and crafts. Hellos. Yes, so what am I showing you today on pastimes? Well, I did show you an old record one time, so I thought, let's see what else is in the old record collection. The Sound of Music! Yay! What's your thoughts on The Sound of Music? What are your thoughts? All mountains. I always say I'm like Heidi because I live on the mountain side, and I really feel if you take me away from the mountain, I'll be like Heidi and get sick. This record is starring Anne Rogers and Patricia Routledge. Ooh, Blue and Ashley know who that is. And I've got a great aunt that looks just like Hyacinth Bouquet. Absolutely her double. I have to show you a picture. Her picture will actually be coming up on my other channel where I'm doing my Nan's autobiography, where I'm reading her story, because the one who looks like Hyacinth Bouquet, Patricia Routledge, she is my Nan's brother's wife. Sounds like that sketch I did for you. She's my Nan's brother's wife. So as we get further on in my Nan's story, you'll see her picture there, but I will share it. Laugh out loud, Dawn. I'm giving a custom knife giveaway. Yeah, always giveaways. There's lots of giveaways on Darren's channel, and there's other things happening there. There's gardening going on and suburban gardening, I would say. Am I right saying that? Suburban gardening, but he had a few chickies and things. So go and look yourselves, guys. I can't get it wrong then. Oh, lots here. Twinbrook Acres, Jake says, thank you. I have great respect for veterans. I did not serve, almost did. I was at the Marine recruiting station ready to sign, but couldn't do it. It was the Vietnam era. Oh, that's interesting. Really interesting. Blue says, don't I honestly swear someone based Hyacinth on my mum and dad. Same clothes, same car, same kitchen, same china, same personalities, literally everything, including the hard done by neighbour. Down Under Farm and Forge says, yes, suburban gardening, front yard. Yeah, but wow, really good stuff there. So, yes, so this is interesting that this isn't the real people singing this. So I'll remind you of some. I keep saying so again. I'm noticing it now. Some of the songs I will remind you of: The Sound of Music, Maria, I Have Confidence, 16 Going on 17, that's Ashley, My Favourite Things, Climb Every Mountain, The Lonely Goat Herd, Something Good, Do Re Mi, Edelweiss, So Long Farewell, Climb Every Mountain, Reprise, and that's it. So yes, what's your thought on The Sound of Music? Some people love it, some people hate it, and I remember when I was little and my parents took me to see it at the cinema, it was one of the longest ever films that they stopped it halfway through and had an interlude because they said children were coming to watch and they might get a bit fidgy. Let's see. Ashley says, you said so 67 times. I don't think I've waved 67, maybe 55 with my hand. High on the mountain was a lonely goat herd. I do think of that a little bit when I see the goats out here. So that's pretty cool. Okay, what's next? I was just going to say something to Ashley then. I thought, no, here I have an answer. Next, we have the section I like to call Nats, Hacks, Facts, and Stats. Nats, Hacks, Facts, Stats. Ooh, that was good, Dawn. Well done. Now, I've been doing a lot of kitchen-y type hacks and tips and whatever. Therefore, I thought I would do some DIY type ones today for you. The Lonely Shepherd makes me tear up. Oh, that's so funny. DIY hints. I have 5 for you today. The first one. When filling cracks in cement, use a small plastic bag with the corner cut out and pipe in the cement for a smoother finish. Number 2. Avoid lumps when mixing plaster by adding plaster to water and not water to plaster. Slow up hardening by adding a little vinegar, Mike. Ooh, because it's so hot here and he's trying to do some cementing. Number 3. When putting adhesive covering on a work table, wrap a piece of cloth around a rolling pin and use it to smooth out the bubbles. The bubbles, the bubbles, the bubbles. Because I've lost what number I'm on. I was doing a video. I haven't posted it yet on my other channel. It was the book I was showing you all here, the Who Are You book, and I've started filming parts of that so you can do the games and tests and whatever in it. And there was, I think, 22 questions you had to answer, and it didn't have 1, 2, 3, 4. And as I'm narrating it, I'm thinking, concentrate on what number you said. Think as I'm reading. And I got almost to the end, and I thought, yes, I've done it. And I got the last one, and then let's say it was 22 questions. And I'm like, no, that's the wrong amount I've done. Well, it's not 22. I can't remember if I've gone over one or under one. So I had to delete all the narration, start again. So that must be number 1, 2, 3. Number 4. Before laying cork, plastic, or lino tiles, warm them gently in a very cool oven. Tiles are brittle when cold and break easily or split when being cut to fit. When I see Ashley's icon pop up, I'm like, okay, I'll look in a minute. And number 5, last one. Oh, no, that was number 5. No, it wasn't. Number 5. When laying lino or vinyl, use plasticine or clay, building clay, to take an impression of any awkward part around the door frames. Draw this pattern on the lino for a perfect fit. Sprinkle talcum powder on the plasticine and it won't stick to the wood. Da, da, da. Were they good tips? Let me see now. We read there. Lonely Shepherd. It does. Pan pipes. All right, Lonely Shepherd. Cool. Down Under Farm and Forge says citric acid powder works too. That's a great tip there, Darren. Ashley says, I get lumps when using gravy granules. We'll try making a gravy with the cement powder. That should work with using my tip. Pass it through a sieve, Ashley. Thanks, Darren. Yes, pass it through a sieve. Blue says, bubbles is the best word ever. It's one of the only words you can't say angry, or if you do, you can't stay that way. I used to get my kids to say it when they were upset or cross. Bubbles. One of my favourite Greek words is, let me think, because I think Cypriots have to think Greek. Kribata kuketa. It's bunk bed. I just like the kuketa bit. Kribata kuketa. I love it. It's funny how some words just bring something to your mind. So, no comments on Sound of Music. Interesting. It's a subject that people normally have lots to say, but we were talking about Patricia Routledge, who played Hyacinth Bouquet. Those of you who don't know, her name was Bucket, but she insisted it was pronounced Bouquet, and it was a comedy. I'm not keen on that sort of comedy. It's just, to me, it wasn't funny. There were good bits in it, but it was the same all the time. Not my favourite, that sort of one, but yeah. Next. I've got the fan on, so everything blows when I move it. Now, this is a double one. Down Under Farm and Forge. I quoted one of the songs. Yes, you did. High on the Mountain was a lonely goat herd. I'm going to double theme this one. This is the section I call To Do, New to You. It might be something you don't do, so that's why I'm there. But this is my segment, Sow, Grow, Mow, and Ho, Ho, Ho. And because you know I'm saving up for my freezer, I've been writing notes down. I ain't typing the yodeling. Ashley says the Lonely Shepherd was featured in the film Kill Bill. Zamfire, I believe, was his name. No idea on that. Therefore, I shall continue. As I'm looking up freezing things, what to freeze and what not to freeze, I was pretty sure that if things were water-based vegetables such as cucumber, they were no. I know everyone has their own thoughts and ideas. Things such as eggs is controversial. Some do it, some don't do it. Milk is the same, dairy, some dairy stuff. But I'm looking at vegetables. And this is what I've come up with from my Good Housekeeping book. So things may have changed. Let me know if you think differently. And my Good Housekeeping book is featured on my other channel where I'm slowly showing you all my recipe books. We'll begin with leeks. To stop them bunching together, if you freeze them in a bag, cut off the root and green leaves, slice the main part. In ice water, push through slices to make like onion rings. Soak and the dirt will go to the bottom of the water. Use a spoon with holes to gently scoop the leek rings out, not disturbing the dirt in the bottom. Place on a paper towel on a plate. Place the rings on a baking sheet with foil and freeze them like this. So you've got separate like onion rings with the leeks. Then take from the freezer, once you've frozen them like that for a little while, they call it flash freezing, so you just put them in maybe an hour. Take them out of the freezer and place them all in the plastic bag and they will stay separate. What I'm going to do with my onions is I'm going to set my chopper to slicing and pulse, and then I'm going to place those portions in small freezer bags. And a little tip on how to stop your eyes crying or sore when cutting onions is to place the onion in a fridge for 30 minutes before chopping. Ashley says, I have leeks growing at the allotment, but they don't last long enough to freeze. Oh, you eating them? You liking them? Or is something eating them? I don't know what would eat leeks. I don't think there's any bugs or pests for leeks and onions. Oh, there's onion fly, but don't seem to get any problems with those. Peppers, clean and dry first. Keep in thick chunks, because they will deteriorate in the freezer, because again they're water based, aren't they? Now I've been talking to a guy he farms chilies and peppers and that's their business, and he says flavour will go but not too rapidly, so put them in the freezer short term rather than long term. They should be okay, and then vacuum seal and freeze again after you've frozen them for an hour first again. Blue says he had huge pests eating his leeks. They do look vaguely familiar too. They look like a Jason or something. Perhaps they look like a Jason. Oh yes, I eat them all. Here they can stay in the ground for a while after they die back. Sure. I let at least a third of mine go to seed. I know it's tempting. It's like with my asparagus. I'm always tempted to get the first ones and eat them, but I know I'll get more next year if I leave those two. Flour. Blue says, funny enough, they answer to the name of Ashley. I don't know Ashley. I know Jason. I don't know Ashley. Aubergines. Now, these do go soft when freezing. I did write notes down because that was something I was interested in freezing, and having only grown them as a test last year and lots this year, I wanted to know more about that. So my notes I've written are, they will go soft when freezing. Wash well and peel. Add lemon juice. 2 tablespoons of lemon juice to 4 cups of water. Drop small pieces into the boiling water for up to 4 minutes. Then put in ice water to cool quickly and drain well, and place in airtight freezer containers. Or wash and roast whole, and you must poke holes in them with a fork to allow the steam to escape. Cook at 400 degrees Fahrenheit on a tray until it collapses, about 30 minutes depending on the size. Allow to cool. Open up and scoop the pulp out. Place in airtight container and freeze. Cheeky mood seems to be rubbing off, boss lady. Or, this is what I want to try. Fry the eggplant slices. Freeze the slices by washing, slicing, and then water blanch, as I first said. Batter them and place on a baking tray and freeze on the lined baking tray for an hour or 2. Then place in a freezer container with layers of wax paper in between, and when required, just fry straight from frozen. I read the first bit, Blue's put, I've no idea what you mean. I thought she was talking to me. I have no idea what you mean, Ashley. I resemble that remark. Laugh out loud. Ashley says, God go, phone's dying. Cool. Nice to have you along, Ashley. Also, another version for prepping aubergines. I've written, soak whole aubergines in a little vinegar water. Cut the ends off and slice with the skin on, 1/2 inch to 1 inch thick. Lay on sides on the baking tray. They look brown when done. Cool on a rack. They'll be tender. Wrap in wax paper or in layers and place in freezer bags. The whole aubergines need cooking before freezing because of the water content. So I'm getting from all what I've written, if things have got water content, if you can cook them first, do. And then I've got myself a little crispy fried eggplant recipe, which I'm going to do with my first, I call them aubergines, but I'm going to try that. That is my first thing I'm going to do when I pick my aubergines. And to know when they're ready, once the shiny starts to go, they're gone. Keep them for seeds, so they need to be shiny. Then I was looking up cabbage and cauliflower. 1:30. Okay, cool. Lovely to see you, Darren. And you've reminded me to catch up with your channel and check my watch later list that's probably got about 100 videos on right now. So nice to see you, Darren. All the best to you. For cabbage, needs blanching or eat within 2 months if frozen. Cut into quarters and give a good soak in salt water for 20 minutes. You need to keep the core, the stemmy bit, the base bit on each of the bits you cut, or else it's all just going to fall apart. Blanch for 2 minutes. Cool. And then you can reuse the blanched water and top it up to do some more. Cauliflower. Wash under running water. remove the leaves, divide into the florets, cut any large florets into smaller floret parts, place florets in saucepan, add water and heat, add in 1 tablespoon of salt per 2 litres of water. You should see me working that out. Place a lid on the saucepan. I was saying this to Mike. A lot of people just don't use saucepans anymore. Don't use saucepan lids anymore, which is interesting. If you cook, tell me if you use lids or not. Cook for a further 3 minutes after water has boiled. Lay out to cool and then bag for the freezer. And they say that can be frozen that way for up to a year. Obviously, the sooner you use things, the better. Now, the thing I was most concerned about, I thought you couldn't freeze cucumbers. So I was starting to look that up more than anything else. I am not going to be using my cucumbers to freeze. If you've got any ideas on this or tips, or you want to encourage me to do it, please tell me. But everything I've looked at tells me they're just going to be mushy. They would be all right for soups or anything like that. But if you want the flavour of the cucumber, supposedly, and I know nothing about this, so tell me if I'm wrong, I love to learn. Supposedly the flavour will not be there if you want to eat it like a cucumber, as in a sandwich or something like that. So tell me if I'm wrong. Della, dehydrate cucumber for chips. Cool. Let me write on my bit of paper on my notes. Look, it's all my notes I write. I'm busy. Right, I'm going to write that. See, this is why I do these lives and do these segments. People help me. Tell me how to dehydrate them without a dehydrator, Della. Dehydrate. I know you can just leave them out or something, or do you just put them under the grill? Tell me now, Della. Dehydrate cucumber chips. That sounds delightful. That sounds like something I could do. Tell me how to dehydrate without dehydrator. Blue says cucumbers don't freeze well. They're literally mush when you defrost them. Yes. So maybe for soups and things like that, any of these water-based things, probably not the best. But this is how I read if you want to dehydrate them, if you do want to have a go. Slice them, place on parchment paper in a dish in single layers. Freeze for 1 hour, then bag and refreeze. Best used, if you do freeze them, blended with yogurt or with dill for soup. You use a dehydrator, slice them, put them in the sun. Yeah, and you just put like a net over them, I guess, then. How long do you think they take to dehydrate? Not long, I wouldn't have thought. We're in a heat wave. Maybe they'd be fried already. And then what? What do you do to make the chips out? Oh, you just dehydrate them and eat them like that? Do you put anything on them? Let me know. Oh, Della, you're helping. So yes, here we do cucumbers in yogurt quite a lot for dips. Have I posted that recipe? I don't think I have. I made it a long time ago. I'll have to look that up, see if I posted that. It's very easy. Mint as well. And I'm told one of my viewers said they didn't know what mint sauce was. Is that not something in America? Do you not have mint sauce? So they've asked me to show how I make my mint sauce. So that's interesting. I must stop with the so's. How to use up cucumbers, because obviously you could have a glut of those. Bread them like zucchini. Is this similar to what Della's saying? Or skin, slice, put them in freeze bag portions, freeze, and use them as ice cubes. Therefore, you could put them in the top of a glass of water or a juice drink and just have them floating in the top, or dice them up small and literally put them in a freezer tray. I like the idea of slicing them though and freezing them, because that way it doesn't take up much space. Some freezer trays really do use up a lot of space. So that's a thing there. Here we go, Della's in. Put them in the sun. I use cheesecloth or a light net. You can even use nylons for ladies. Cool. I'm going to give that a go now because I've got lots of cucumbers. Yay! The first one I picked, I didn't realise it hadn't gone the dark green, and it was still very light green but got quite big. And Mike said, "Oh no, it's gone. You've got to pick them small." He doesn't do any gardening, but he informs me of lots of things in the garden. He actually told me about pinching the bit out the tomatoes, because you guys do know I didn't ever garden until I came here, don't you? Some people seem to think I know all about gardening. Clearly not. I'm always asking help or advice. But what I do is collate all the ideas, hence my notes I make. I collate all the ideas and then write down what either works for me or try a few things out. Your garden hasn't produced anything yet. Oh no. Oh no, that's sad. Mine's doing pretty okay. As I say, we've got a heat wave here, so from now till end of September, it's water, water, water. It does get a bit annoying, and don't say put things on timers and water. It doesn't quite work like that. It's all right for a garden or where everything's growing sort of together, but no, that's little old me out watering every morning. I'm going out between 5 and half 5 in the morning at the moment to water, and by 6:30 it's stifling already. Absolutely stifling. What else? Did I do anything else? Oh, vegetables that I think not to freeze and advise. As I say, we all do different things and try different things. There's no reason not to try something. But for me, I think, unless you guys tell me differently, not freezing cucumber, radish, lettuce. I can't even imagine what that would be like, lettuce. Lettuce, oh no, I wouldn't freeze lettuce. Cress or any green vegetable that's eaten raw. So I'm assuming you can't therefore freeze carrot leaves. I would have thought they would be all right because they're not moist leaves, carrot tops, are they? If anyone knows, let me know. Here in Texas, we've been in triple digits. Wow. There's wildflowers. Wildflowers. This is how my brain works. Wildfires in Spain, France. It's Texas. Is it Texas? You having the wildflowers? Wildfires. You know why? Because I naturally think flowers, wildflowers. So my head goes flowers. Wildfires. Not so good to freeze, supposedly, are new potatoes. Although someone was talking about freezing mashed potato. Onions. Does anyone freeze onions? I'd like to know that. Celery. I don't eat celery anyway. Tomatoes are best frozen in puree form. Well, you can freeze sauces, can't you, that's got tomato in? So, any ideas on that, anybody? For freezing liquids, a space of 1 centimetre or half an inch left at the top for expansion. Freezing fruit, I've got a whole section on that. I'm not into that at the moment. I don't have enough to really worry about that. And obviously courgette, zucchinis, all that. I'm chopping it all up. I'm freezing it all. Some I'm dicing really small to make into sauces. In the fridge, I've got loads of sauces there they're in the fridge, the sauces, but in the freezer I've got some I've sliced my zucchini. See, they're quite watery as well, but they seem to be all right. Let's see. Blue says, we finally have an outside tap that's going to make the thing so much easier. Certainly is, isn't it? It's like a back door. My first property I lived in, it was a house divided into two, and we had the upstairs. Me. I had the upstairs, and you had your own front door. It's a Victorian house, a massive house, and it had like a porchway, if you like, and a door there to the downstairs, and a door here. I had the stairs as well, so you went in the door, and there was like a hallway that was mine, and up the stairs. And I had a garden because the garden was massive, so it was split into two. So obviously the people downstairs had the first bit of garden, so they could go straight out, and my one, you had to come out the front door, round the front garden, which was split into two for parking. So I had one, and downstairs had one for parking, and then you walk down like the side alleyway, and then down the side of their garden, which was fenced off, and into my garden. And when I moved to my next house, it was a full house. It was Edwardian, the second one, again, a massive place. And I had a back door. Yay! And I said I'd never really want a house with stairs again anyway. So I don't have a house with stairs now. I have a farmhouse. Let's see. So yeah, I get the tap thing. Just a little thing makes a huge difference. I read yours, 3 digits. Blue says mash is easier than whole potatoes. Probably doesn't take up as much room. Onions can be frozen. Just slice them or dice them, ready to use first. And would that work? What I've said with other things, that you slice them all and then lay them on a tray, fast freeze them, or whatever you call it, scare freeze them, fast freeze them for a bit, take them out, put them in a bag. Like the leeks, they'll all be separate then, wouldn't they? Della says, I freeze onions using soups and rice. So the flavour's still there then? I will do that then. I will do that. Twinbrook Acres, Jake says, Della, highs of about 60 Fahrenheit and lows in the mid-40s Fahrenheit here in New Hampshire. Oh, one of my favourite YouTube friends is in New Hampshire. Oh, I love New Hampshire. It's gorgeous, absolutely pretty. Did a drone over his home. The astute tourist. I'm sure some of you have seen him in my chats before. Do go and check him out. Let me write it down. Good practice. Ooh. Where are we? The astute tourist. He's done brilliant drone one of over New Hampshire. It's beautiful. Blue. Yep, exactly that. Blue says, I find I prefer to quickly stir fry the veg before I use it, as it cooks off the excess water and brings the flavour back. And it's less muted and soggy. So basically then, give it a go, Dawn. Give it a go. It's great to have advice. Twinbrook Acres, send some of that weather to me, please. Oh dear, that's quite funny. It's really funny. Oh, I was complaining about wearing this headset in one of my videos where I had to wear it. And I said, the pain is I can't drink my water. Really. So be sensible, Dawn. Get a straw. Dawn is not sensible. Dawn got a straw. This is such a Dawn straw, is it not? Looks like a music symbol, doesn't it? Excuse me while I have some water. I try not to you probably hear the slurps now though. Lou says it's 24C here at the moment, but inside it's nearly 40. Yeah, separate houses are good. They're built to keep the warmth in the winter and the cooling in the summer. What have we got now? Next section. Let's look at a book I took from my book Nook. And as you know, this day, Monday, I always show you my different sorts of books. If you want to know what I'm reading, as in novels, they are on my Wednesday lives. So I show you my different books. This I got from my friend Sue. You know, I said she gives me old books that go round and round, their charity sales, and eventually they all come back again and back again. So then she passes them on to me, or that book she's had. Life on Earth, David Attenborough. And if you haven't heard of him, he is like the guru, if you like, of wildlife. Here's a picture of him in his younger days. And I love this. I haven't read much of it, but I love this because it's mostly pictures. Well, not mostly pictures, it's a lot of pictures. Twinbrook Acre says, Della Smalley, our winters are long and cold, so I enjoy temperatures in the 80s and 90s, at least for a short time. When I was choosing which country to come to, one of Mike's criteria was hot weather. I wanted to have a change of seasons. I don't like winter and I don't like cold, but I did want a change of season. And I think you need it not only for growing, because I hadn't considered that, but I think you then appreciate the warm weather more. So he wanted hot weather, and here the winters aren't that bad, not where we are. But then we look forward to the summers. There's a tortoise. I think they're really weird animals, really strange. As I say, I haven't really read this at all. There's like lots of landscapes and things as well. I get books like this to try and copy pictures for painting and drawing. That's a really good way to practice. Really good way. Oh, there's a nice picture. Look at that. I don't know if the blue vibrancy is coming out for you as much as it is. It's almost UV. That's really nice. Oh, I love that colour. Actually, it's almost turquoisey. See what I mean about the lovely pictures, though? The only thing I didn't like about David Attenborough was I worked at the BBC, English television, for a time, and there was a studio. It wasn't really a studio, it was a room that they used as a studio that was set up to be whatever he needed, a jungle or whatever. They set up scenery, but it was done on the program that he was really in the jungle. Yes, he did really go in jungles and that, but sometimes if he couldn't find what he was looking for and they needed to wrap up filming, they used this room for his program. So I'm not keen on things like that, but I know it happens with all programs and television, cookery programs and things like that. They often have model makers, and if you actually watch the credits, they now actually ask to be credited on the programs. So some's real, some's not, but that's the way it goes. That's Fossils. My cat's called Fossil. We didn't name her. She was already named Fossil. There's some amazing pictures. Really lovely. These are really nice. This must be the C section. I love seeing things like this. Oh, they squid. Is that squid? Type of squid? Squid. Says it underneath. Squid. Yeah, thought it was a type of squid. There we go. Well, it's handy to know, they say. What does that say? Feather star. That's called a feather star. Interesting. I won't show you everything. Crabs, lobsters. Oh, this is like forest now. The first ever forest. I want the animals. Where's the animals? So it's not just animals then. Dragonfly perching on its larval skin. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, look at that. That's interesting. Two trees. That's pretty. It's really nice. Some of these will make really lovely posters and things. As I say, they're great for art. Oh, we have these in our garden. We've got all sorts of varieties of those. Late spider orchid. I was going to say orchard then. Orchid. Ooh, this is the Spurge hawk moth. We've got one a bit like this. The hawk moth caterpillar, we call it. Oh, the wings of a butterfly. That looks like my sister used to have it was like a pegboard, but it was wooden square pegs. It wasn't that light up, light bright, whatever it was called. It wasn't that. It was square wooden pegs. That reminded me of that. It's a funny beetle. Funny old beetle. Ooh, this is queen termite surrounded by the workers. Wow, look at that for the queen termite. It's like something out of science fiction. Oh. Bees. What's this? Swarming locust. Swarming locust. Wow. And then this is all water things. This is from the Caribbean. I love the Caribbean. Spent a long time different islands on the Caribbean. Head of a lamprey. Oh, he's got teeth. He's been to the dentist, or do you think they're fake? So if there's anything else amazing. Skulls of fish or schools of fish, wherever you come from. This is deep sea anglerfish. I've seen these on wildlife things. I believe these are the ones that are at the lowest depths. I think that's what they are. They're the ones at the really big. Okay there, Jake. Need to turn my attention to some gardening work. Enjoy your day. Thanks for being here. I really do appreciate it. Thanks so much. Oh, that's pretty. That's a pretty one. It's good. Fish, invasions of the land, mud skippers. Yeah, they don't know quite what they want to be, do they? Mud skippers. Courting newts. Yes, it's going to be interesting what my baby frogs and toads are going to actually be next year, because the frogs and the toads were mating together. As I say, I didn't see the spawn because I could have told from that what was happening, because frog spawn is a mass, as you probably all know, and toad spawn is one long string with the black dots all the way, or the eggs, let's say, down all the way through. but I didn't see any spawn at all. And it was frogs mating with toads. And you saw that in the video. That's why I showed it and identified what was frogs and what was toads. So you could see. I mean, in the films, I did about 3 different films, did I, of the babies? And you can see when I do close-ups, some are different. Some are almost black looking. And when you saw the first or second one, when I showed you the actual, like changing from like the tadpoles, you could see bigger ones and smaller ones and completely different patterns on them there. Yeah, that has to be the most famous frog next to Kermit on the planet. Yeah, that green one. What's he called? Was it many pages back? What they say? Tree frog. We have tree frogs here. We have all sorts of frogs here. Water holding frog in underground chamber in Western Australia. He looks cosy. What's this? This is marine iguanas. Marine iguanas. They look sort of carved in stone almost, don't they? Like statues or something. A little bit of archaeology. Oh, this is crocodile transporting its young. Ooh, look at that. Wow. I guess, yeah, that's how they'd have to do it, wouldn't they? Guess they can't get a pram or a pushchair. This is Anolis lizard display in South America. That looks like my prickly pear fruit. Perhaps he's just eaten one that's gone down the wrong way. Ah, she's moving her babies. I see you're watching. Oh, this is the pattern of a snake winder, Nambi Desert. I feel like a teacher at school showing you the pictures. Ooh, look at him. That's a good shot. That's a very good shot. It's amazing, isn't it? Their jaws. Our snakes here, they've all got different sorts of jaws. So they all do things different ways. The biting and opening. Some unlock their jaws. Some have got backward jaws. Oh, what's that? A young hoatzin. What's a hoatzin? Oh, it's one of these, obviously. Young hoatzin. I think that's Hoatzin. Hoatzin. With claws on its wings. Ooh, look at that. Claws on its wings. Wow, who knew? Wow. Well, that's pretty. I do like toucans, their beaks. That is pretty. It's a birdie. Didn't show you the whole thing. That's nice. I like coloured birds. That's a jay. Oh, really? Didn't look like a jay at first. It's almost owl-like its head, doesn't it? Oh, that's a nice shot. Barn owl. We've got loads of owls here. Hear them most nights. They keep me awake. But I do love seeing the owls. And you'll never guess what our main owl is called. It's called Small Cypress Owl. That's its real name. So you don't get those. Small Cypress Owl. And this is Argus pheasant. Wow, it's interesting. I said I wasn't going to show them all, but these are quite interesting to see. Greater birds of paradise. I think one of our prettiest birds is the European roller, not just in Cyprus, and it's got like really turquoisey wings, like a sort of kingfisher colour of wings. Let's show you all our birds at some point. Oh, he's pretty. Cassowary, I think that says. New Guinea. If I pull it back a bit, you can see. It's cute. Echidna. No, I say enchilada. I know those. People get those mixed up with porcupines. They've sort of got the snout of an anteater. Oh, this is mouse opossum with her young in Brazil. They're feeding. Almost definitely feeding there. Oh, look, one's climbing up the back. I didn't see that one at first. That's really sweet. Climbing up the back. That's a pretty flower. Honey possum, Western Australia. We should have had Darren on here. We've gone, yep, got that. Yep, seen that. Yep, see that. Kangaroo. I am a mole and I live in a hole. France has lots of moles. They're inundated with moleys. Inundated with the moles. Yeah, pretty cute, long-eared bat. I think some pretty pictures there. Probably really interesting reading, actually, to be honest. Hibernating dormice. Ah, I found a hibernating hedgehog this year, or last year, let's say, the winter. I picked up a metal sheet that we had on the ground, and there was a hibernating hedgehog under it. Sloth, or sloth, as some people say. Hyenas. Life in the trees. That's a cool picture. Ah, so these things are really cute, but I'm not sure how cute some of them are. That's a young Eoris, Malaysia. Oh, I've seen these. Tarsia. Is that Tarsia? Borneo, I think that says. Need to get my eyes checked. It's because it's half light. This is what I say about cross stitch. I need daylight, really good daylight, and actual light. Like, oh, I didn't put my light on anyway today. Normally put the light on here. A pygmy marmoset. Pygmy marmoset. He looks angry. Don't take my picture. I haven't given my permission. Yeah, so I thought I'd share that. Got quite into looking through it myself. So I hope you enjoyed looking at that. Oh, and then we've got indigenous. I've seen all about those. Elders of the Warlberry people anointing sacred stones beside the painted rocks. Thought you might enjoy that. And I think we'll make this the last segment for today. Blast from the past. And today we're going to be looking at what I promised you, the sweets from the good old days. I said I had a old newspaper with some bits in. So let's see what we remember here. So first of all, we had, Cresta, the drink. Oh, I remember Cresta. It's here by my finger. Here, let me put my light on. You might be able to see better. There we go. Cresta. It's frothy, man. Oh, I can't remember the flavours of it though. And these were sweet cigarettes. And you used to get different things on to make you buy them. I didn't really like them, but everyone had them, didn't they? How much was Cresta? Because that wasn't an old thing. That was like a modern old thing. Clear creamy soda. Yeah, I remember. I had a red one. Don't know if it was cherry or what it was. It was frothy, wasn't it? It wasn't just like fizzy though. There was something more frothy about it. I don't know what they put in it. Probably put Alka-Seltzer in it or something. It was frothy. That's what made it so different. Wait, no, not creamy soda. It was blackcurrant, I think. It's all sorts of flavours. They did all sorts, but I can't remember what flavours they did. I just remember this red one. Do you remember Cresta, Mike? I don't know if he's there. Anyhow, jamboree bags. Ooh, is that 2p? Double bubbles, definitely though. Yeah, jamboree bags. They were full of tosh. They were tosh. You used to get like literally 3 little mini penny sweets in them. Was there a toy in them? But I always remember they were rubbish. What was in them, Blue? Do you ever have those or remember what was in them? What was in the jamboree bags? Didn't say anything about it. Let's see. Oh, Cresta. There's a bit about it. Cresta. I'll do my best to read because I can't see the print. Fizzy drink in 4 flavours. Oh, only 4. The logo was a white polar bear in sunglasses, and his growl of "this frothy man" was a playground favourite. Yeah. I don't remember. My mum will let you have them. Oh, let me see if I can. Right, jamboree bags, a 2p lucky dip of sweets and toys. The fun was in guessing what was inside. The disappointment was always in finding the mystery gifts were just a tiny toy soldier, a rock hard toffee, and a paper hat. I told you they were rubbish. You didn't miss out, Blue. You really didn't. You really didn't. They were awful. It's the sort of thing like a grandma would buy you. And it's like, oh, because they used to always have those carousels in the sweet shop with little toys and those on. Let's see what it says about the cigarettes. Sweet cigarettes. The Daleks and Florence and Dougal from the Magic Roundabout featured on packets of these sweetie snouts from Barrett's. Anti-smoking pressure in the 70s stubbed them out, and they changed their name to Candy Sticks. Yes, they also had licorice pipes, didn't they? Licorice pipes. What else we got? Oh, Zoom. This was a lolly. Zoom. Lion's Made. I still remember the logo of Lion's Made. Let's see what it says about Zoom. Zoom Joe 90. This rocket-shaped lolly from Lion's Made had sections. Oh, had Secret Agent Joe 90 as the hero on the packet. But when the space age nerd became too uncool, the name was switched to just Zoom. Ah, you see, I don't remember Joe 90 on it. I just remember Zoom Packet on there. What else we got? Oh, picture look. Spangles. I used to love those. They used to have, what was the black one? Was it aniseed or licorice flavour? It was a black one. I used to always want that, and you couldn't always get that one because that was like new out. Spangles. Mars. Oh, it was Mars did Spangles. Mars launched the fruit flavour boiled sweets in 1948. Good grief. In a tube as the modern way to buy sweets. They were axed in 1984. Blackjacks were aniseed, yeah, but Spangles were like a boiled sweet, and they were something like that. They were aniseed flavour or something like that. I can't remember. What else we got? Got some more over here. Aztec. Now, to me, that's not an old sweet, but who knows? I'll read about it. Sky Ray, yes. That's basically copied Zoom. Space Dust. Did you have Space Dust? My mum didn't want me to have it, so I had to have it secretly. Oh, it must be damaging you. Think what it's doing when you're swallowing it. What made it pop, Blue? What was it? It was like the air or something, wasn't it? They still sell Space Dust. Yeah, it was something to do with it touching your tongue made it pop. I don't know. Do you know? Let's see. Space Dust. Where's that? The sweet that exploded on your tongue. Yeah, it used to hurt your teeth, didn't it, if it banged on your teeth? Sugar granules contain carbon dioxide, which popped when sucked. Ah, there we go. So it's not very good for you then, basically, is it? Basically sugar. Sugar. It activates the carbon dioxide in sweets when you put them in your mouth. Right. What was the other one I saw? Skyrocket. Skyrocket. The ice lolly from Walls appeared when the race to the moon was at its height. It had 3 rocket stages, each with a different colour. Orange lemonade, strawberry and cola. Well, that's 4. That Aztec bars, invented by Cadbury's in 1968, that far back, as a rival to the Mars bar, named after the South American Indians who first invented chocolate. It was not the incredible success they hoped. Ha 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 ha. I don't know these ones. Chuckles. Don't know those. And Parma violets. Oh, they're disgusting. Parma violets. Oh, do you like those? Oh. So we're looking for Chuckles. Never heard of those. A hard-boiled fruit sweet made by Trebor. It was a favourite in the 70s and was axed in 1987. Sounds to me something like fruit pastels that was then. Don't know them either, no. Looking at, if you can just see a little bit of the corner, I'm guessing that's like fruit pastels because that was Trebor. Perhaps they rebranded. Parma violets, you like the Aussie version of Musk sweets. Oh, I don't like them. What's it say about Parma violets? Trebor's Victorian sweet was invented to freshen the breath, but it smelled and tasted like talcum powder. That's funny. We've got 2 down here. We got Weekend selection box that you'd have at Christmas. And blobs. I love blobs. They were the same as Secret Agent, pretty much. They were like double flavours. I remember apple and something. I think I like them because my nana used to make crystallised violets. When I was good, she'd let me have one. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, that's sweet. So Weekend, launched by Macintosh in 1957 to rival Milk Tray. Its marketing campaign suffered when nobody bought Weekend until Friday. It was Ashley written this. And blobs. Yes, these were lovely. Trebor's chewy fruit flavoured drops that came in 6 flavours. Yeah, but they were double. What's this say? Apple, banana and pear flavoured drops. Oh, they were great. Those and Secret Agents and Texan Bar. I would say they were the 3 things particularly liked. What else have they got? Let's read what they say. Some sweets seem to go on forever. Some change their names. Treats became M&Ms. Marathon turned into Snickers. Others disappeared. Robert Opie runs the Museum of Advertising and Packaging in Gloucester, which has a huge collection of sweet wrappers from the past. Don't know if that's still there or not. He says people who are complete strangers often start talking to each other about the sweets they used to eat when they were kids. It's part of a generation's communal experience. It's amazing how the sight of an old sweet wrapper strikes a chord of recognition. They get very excited. How many do you remember? Have I not read any? Oh, double agents, they're the ones I was talking about. Boiled sweets in 4 flavours. 001 was orange, 002 was raspberry, 003 was cola, and 004 was strawberry and cream. uh, Blue says, I have to admit I never really liked or even still like apple flavoured sweets. No, I'm not keen on strawberry flavoured things, but I love strawberry, and Mike can't stand orange flavour sweets and chocolate and things like that. Icebreaker, a chocolate Cadbury's chocolate bar with pieces of mint crunch in silver blue wrapper. The effect was meant to be like tasting an iceberg. Its fortunes were more like that of Titanic, and it sank without trace in the 70s. My nan used to buy that for us, icebreaker. There's actually 2 bits, 2 bars, 2 squares, not like 2 long bits like Twix. Callie, don't know that. Anyone know Callie? Callie, the sugar crystal in Bassett's sherbet sucker dabs, which was bought loose and eaten with the dipper lolly. Oh, right. People who ate Callie were unmistakable. Their tongues turned bright yellow. Yeah, I just know it's sherbet dip. And you had the bit of licorice with it, or sherbet dab, was it? Oh, there were 2. You had a bag, a red bag with a lolly. That was sherbet dip. And then you had the yellow tube with a black licorice stick in it. And what was that called then, Mike? Sherbet fountain. Ah, you got it. Dib dabs were the bag and sherbet fountain was the tube. You can still get them. How much are they, Blue? Do you know? I bet I'll be shocked. What other ones they're not pictures of? Horton's honey and milk toffee, packed in a beehive-shaped tin and advertised with slogans, "The absolute purity is guaranteed." Mr. Merlin's magic purple potion. This Walls Lolly gimmick was that it tasted of 4 different flavours, even though it was just one colour, bright purple. Don't know that. They're either 50p or £1. Goodness. Opal mints, the sister product to opal fruits, but it didn't stand up to competition from Murray mints, Polo, Trebor mints, and Sharp's Extra Strong. Yeah, if you wanted a mint, you had a mint. Trebor mint were really good for breath, weren't they? Because they were really strong. I don't remember opal mints, but opal fruits. I used to always, because I got travel sick, I worried it was like moisture, because you get a bit when you feel nauseous, you need water or whatever, and water would make me sick if I was nauseous. So I used to buy loads of opal fruits because they really did quench your thirst a little bit. I love opal fruits. Oh, the starburst now, yeah. Yeah, they don't last very long though. I wish they had made them like bigger. because you eat them, they're gone. So they needed to be like a big jumbo. Big jumbo. I like the green ones of those. Not keen on the orange ones, but the green ones. Wow, nice. Any more we didn't read? Spangles. Did I read Spangles? I read Spangles. Sweet cigarettes. Texan bars. I said about that. Takes a long time chewing was the slogan for this Roundtree toffee and chocolate bar. And then it's got sweet memories. Do you remember these old advertising catchphrases? First one. It's amazing what raisins can do. Amazing raisin bar. Don't forget the fruit gums, Mum. Make the day with Cadbury's milk tray. No, all I remember about milk tray was the man in the black outfit breaking into a house and leaving the milk tray with his little card. All because a lady loves milk tray. Remember that. Another advertising slogan. Handily packed, delicious to eat. Spangles are the fruitiest sweet. Don't remember an advert for those. Would you risk it for a Swiss kit? I remember that. What was Swiss kit, Mike? We call my friend's partner the milk tray man because he looks and dresses like him. What's his job? Mars are marvellous. No, I only know Mars. Mars a day helps you work, rest and play. That's my era. Go on, spoil yourself. Rice chocolate cream. Oh, they did another two. They did a pink peppermint one. That was better than the white mint. And they did one, I think it was still fries because it looked the same. And it was all different flavour fruits all the way through it, like multicoloured. That was nice. That might have been called Five Fruit or something. I don't know. That was lovely. He's a writer. He's a writer. Murray Mint, the Too Good to Hurry Mint. Yeah, remember that. Find your sweetheart, sweeties. Oh yeah, love hearts, sweets. Yeah, they were quite fun as well. Yeah, I do like down memory lane. I really do. It's really good. Really enjoy it. Well, I'm going to go. It's 7 p.m. 7 p.m. I say p.m. because people don't know. Oh, you can still get love hearts. I didn't like them, and I didn't like that type of sweet that had them in as a necklace and a bracelet, didn't they? No, don't like those sort of things. No, I'm more a sweet person. As I say, I like cough candies and those kind of things. Definitely. Okay, then I'm going to leave it there for today. Thanks for anyone watching today or watching in the replay, especially if you made it to the very end in the replay. Really appreciate that. And look out for me here again, same time. Start times are in the description below. And I will be here again on Wednesday. I may well pop up in between times because I'm still trying to get this whole microphone thing sorted out. So I might also do a pop-up somewhere testing, but come on if you're there, but I am testing on StreamYard because I haven't done the setup on that yet. So I just want to set that up as well. So look out for me. Definitely here Wednesday for a proper chat, and it's a big day for me tomorrow. I'm not going to make a video on it, but I may well, if it goes well, talk to you about it on my chat on Wednesday. If I don't chat about it, ask me because I might just forgotten that I was going to chat about it. And as long as it goes well, which it should do, fingers crossed. So until Wednesday, see you. Thanks for joining me. Meraki.